Hello, my name is Muhammad Azhar bin Muhammad Izzuddin.
My name is Muhammad Alman Firdaus bin Zahari.
My name is Ahmad Dhani Abi Abdullah.
My name is Muhammad Hasnul Hadi.
My name is Tashriqal from Group 11.
My name is Adamubin and I am from Group 11.
And today we will be presenting our article critique.
And so let's just get started. In this video, we'll be looking at our workpiece, which is our critique on the article entitled The Flying Car, Challenges and Strategies Toward Future Adoption, written by Ahmed Sheikh Shahriar et al., 2020. This article can be found from Frontiers in Built Environment Journal, Volume 6. Now, before we further discuss on our critique, let us dive into what being discussed in the article chosen. This article discusses about the challenges and strategies to adopt flying car in the future as a solution to surface transportation. This is because the current transportation infrastructure is suffering from multiple problems, which include overuse, extreme traffic congestion, and roadway disrepair. Hence, the usual solution, which is the expansion of the road, is not suitable for the long term. Thus, the article discussed regarding the new and novel solution, which is adoption of flying car. To further support the discussion, the article also provided the hypothesis, which is stated the relationship between the public perception and adoption of flying cars, where the better the public perception of the flying car, the more people will adopt flying car. Thus, the authors have conducted a survey to investigate the human factors associated with flying car technologies based on research questions. The survey was conducted in an online platform called SurveyMonkey. The survey has been answered by 692 respondents from 19 different countries.
Moving on to our critique elements, we will start off with our first point, which is social science research. Evidence from the social science aspect is present in the article. Use of survey for one of the subtopics in the article enhances the credibility of information provided. Nonetheless, having quite a small sample size for the survey makes it hard to generalize and extrapolate the data acquired. According to Ahmed et al. 2020, a total of 692 respondents participated in the online survey held on a platform called SurveyMonkey. While this number is not a very small number by any means, it is still not sufficient to paint the bigger picture regarding the topic using the data acquired. The article claimed that the respondents for the survey came from 19 different countries. Respondents of the survey originating from multiple countries makes the data acquired more diverse. While this may be impressive, this is the only information regarding the respondents presented in the article. The lack of details regarding the respondents makes it hard to gauge the credibility of the data analysis presented and its usefulness to be applied in various scenarios. Further specifications such as age group, country of origin, and income classification are needed to give readers of this article a better understanding of the social aspect of this topic.
Now, let us look on library research. There is sufficient supporting evidence for every point provided in the article, with extensive references from multiple written sources, individuals and organizations included. However, these extensive details are for only one type of methodology, which is library research, and only expands on one perspective of the topic. Compared to the aforementioned survey conducted for this article, which has far less detailed data and analysis integrated into the main points of the topic, this shows how the information presented is a bit one-sided in terms of perspective and not all encompassing for the readers. The article explores all the essential options pertaining to every challenge presented, ranging from brief mentions to solid elaborations of multiple possibilities when discussing the challenges. It gives readers detailed explanations of the how, who, and what further actions can be taken for the strategies mentioned. On the other hand, lack of alternative answers or strategies is a valid concern regarding some portions of the article. This is because strategies provided for the aforementioned challenges are on the assumption that they succeed. The article did not consider the possibility of failure on some of the proposed answers. Therefore, a more thorough and critical thinking is needed for that part of the article. Continuing the same topic, even with such elaborate explanations and additional information presented in the article, the author falls short by not mentioning specific examples to further illustrate the challenges and strategies mentioned. This seems to be a trend that can be seen throughout the article. There are certainly examples provided in some parts of the article, such as mentioning VTOL system as an optimal way of taking off and landing in the infrastructure and navigation subsection. However, just by adding more examples, it will be of tremendous help to solidify the points made by the authors.
Moving on to the next critique element,
which is the article seems to be overemphasis on public perception. The article devotes a substantial portion of its discussion to the public's perception of flying vehicles, including anticipated benefits, concern, and adoption willingness. Although public perception is a significant consideration, it is given disproportionate weight in comparison to other crucial factors, such as technology capabilities, regulatory framework, and infrastructure needs. Apart from that, the article lacks of objectivity. The article appears to be biased in favor of promoting flying vehicles as a solution of the supporting issue, without considering potential disadvantages or limitations. It lacks a balanced analysis of the pros and cons of flying vehicles and ignores the potential societal, environmental, and safety consequences of widespread adoption. That's all from me.
So, on the other hand, the article also seems to be having lack of discussion on social and economic impacts. The article fails to address the broader social and economic effects of flying vehicles technologies implementation, focusing instead on technical aspects and regulations. The potential benefits and challenges such as changes in urban planning, transportation systems, employment market, and social behavior should be investigated in greater depth to provide a more complete understanding of flying cars technology's implications. Last but not least, follow-ups of the article. Regarding similar topics or areas of focus, the author had several more articles written since the publication of this article. Those articles are mainly data analysis that focuses more on the social aspects of the topic. A few examples would be survey data and public perceptions towards flying cars and flying taxi services, published in April 2022. And Are We Willing to Relocate the Future Introduction of Flying Cars? An exploratory empirical analysis of public perceptions in the United States, published in December of the same year.
In conclusion, by applying scientific inquiry method in analyzing and critiquing the article, some strengths and weaknesses can be pointed out from the article based on the topic discussed. From the article element point out, the article seems to be lack of perspective and comprehensive detailed explanation on the abduction of flying cars, while the data present is not as strong to support its objective and discussion. Analysis on wider perception and range of perspective need to be made to further discuss the abduction of the flying car, truly which will be able to making the data and the finding more robust to conclude with the hypothesis made by the author in the written article.